Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. I'm enjoying not being outside. You know why? Because you can't even see because of the glare. Well, let's fix that. Because I just read Executive Assistant Iris #2, and it was a blast. We're getting into weird political stuff, but it's kind of fun. We'll skip the opening page. It starts off in media res, and then it's like, how did we get here? So really, where the story opens is here, with Iris and the redhead chick whose name I've forgotten on a plane going to defend their assigned person, who's basically Jordan Peterson, I guess. Boy, I haven't seen this positive of a portrayal of conservative figures in relatively mainstream comic or any comics in forever. This is such a breath of fresh air. The lettering work is great. Like, she asks Iris about mission in Japan, so we're kind of like doing some backstory. And the lettering is great because it's all meant to look like little torn off pieces of paper. Why? You ready? You ready? If we come back here, she's writing on paper. It doesn't look like yellow legal pad. It looks just like white paper in a spiral bound notebook. So maybe the yellow's kind of not really true. But it's great. We're going to skip that whole thing, but it's an awesome little story. So let's get back to the actual action. Some agitators throw rock. The writing's great. The protesters were kids, from what I could tell. 1920, they were bitter and spiteful, confusing justice with vengeance. Maybe they were emboldened by the odds, seemingly tipped in their favor. Because the cops are nowhere to be found. Typical. Anytime this stuff happens, the cops are like 20 miles away, and a bunch of protesters get to go in and bully people. Why? Because the cops' leadership are on the protester side. It's bullcrap. So this is kind of neat, but you do notice, like, this guy here, he's got an earpiece. This guy down here, wearing a bulletproof vest, or at least it's a tactical vest. It's got pouches on it, which probably means he was a character created by Rob Liefeld. She gets out the cool little sword, has to defend people, stabs a guy, there's a shooting. So there was a plan A, which was just watch. Plan B was if something goes south, blow up this police car. She's like, we're not doing plan B. She tried to call the boss. The boss didn't answer. So she goes down there to take care of things by hand. Redhead chick blows the car up. The art in this feels different than the art in the first one in a way I can't quantify. I don't know if I'm just... It's been like, a month since I read the first one, so maybe I'm just misremembering, but the coloring or the line art or something has changed a little bit. It has changed in style. Like, her pose feels wrong, and I think it's the coloring work on it, the figure. Whereas her pose feels fine, and it's because she's solid black. She's silhouetted. Now, speaking of silhouettes, this is a really great panel. That's a bold choice, just to draw all this in silhouette, because really, even if they're in shadow, we should still see color gradation. So this is a very stark kind of technique. I liked it. Anyway, she gets back. She confronts her boss with what I just told you about the earpiece and the vest. I didn't notice the earpiece the first time, but I did notice the vest, so I got that to my credit. The writing is great all through this. We talk about HR at some point early on, and then the boss threatens her, you don't want to go to HR. So then we see this guy who went to HR. Crunch. Oh, it's great. Oh man, that's her boss, ain't it? Are we already like getting to the point where she's killing her boss or something? Holy moly. Well, I can't wait for #3. So this was an interesting thing. Like, I don't like politics in comic books, but when I get politics, I like them to be kind of fair and even-handed. And this tried to treat everybody fairly. That's to Blake Northcott's credit. Because the speaker is treated like, hey, look, we should all treat each other like human beings. You shouldn't dehumanize people. And then there are protesters that are throwing rocks at him and trying to dehumanize him. But we see that they're being ring-led by other people. So it's not their fault, basically. Like, they're just, useful idiots, as Stalin would say. It's interesting. It's really interesting. This is like such a breath of fresh air. $3.99, super easy recommend. You should go read it right now. If you haven't read it yet, I don't know what's wrong with you. You should go read it. The Japan story, which, just look at it briefly, because the lettering was a nice little insert into this. It was a little out of place. But it's helping establish Redhead, because Redhead instigates the telling of it, and she's taking notes. Because Redhead's obviously not a technician. She's not there to just take notes. She's got some kind of agenda that her boss gave her. I don't know what it is yet. I'm hoping I'll find out soon. Hopefully she doesn't die, because she's got some cute freckles, man. She cute. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Alright, easy recommend. Go buy it. I'll see you guys next time. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.